Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and happy Tuesday. For anyone who wasn't aware, back in yesterday's episode I said that today was my day off, so it hasn't been a work day, and I'm driving. I've just been and dropped my grandma off. I went and picked, she came to Manchester earlier, saw where I live, we went out for food with the family. I've just been taking her back home, so it's not been a traditional day, especially work-wise, but that's what led me onto the topic of the day, which is what I want to talk to you about right now, is how important is time off when you're running your own business. When you are in employment or working for someone else, you get your statutory 24, 26 days holiday a year, whatever it might be. You get your weekends and your evenings, and that's all well and good. That's your time off. When you're running your own business, that is not often the case. In fact, I don't really know of any sort of startup business guy, director, CEO, whatever you want to call them, who actually takes, their holiday allowance a year. Sure, they may go away every now and again, but I don't think they'll take 26 days. Let me try and sort this out. I have to apologise, guys, this is live. So like I was saying, I don't know many who would take the full, statutory holiday allowance. And I know for many, including myself, that evenings and weekends were just taken up with more work. There was no... Sure, you'd have the odd time off, but ultimately the vast majority of your time was spent running your business. And this was true for me and Matt for a number of years, is that we didn't, well, I certainly didn't, and I know Matt didn't. Our hobby was basically to work. Oh, Christ. That's what we spent our spare time doing, is, we would just carry on working on the business. And whilst that is an important part of, starting your own business, running a startup, it is going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of man hours, and that's that when you do it. That's why you signed up for it. You have to go along with it. And I think that's a reason why a lot of people don't do it, is that, you put a lot of time in, a lot of effort, and at the beginning for very little financial reward, if any at all. And obviously that turns a lot of people away, as rightfully it should. But how important is taking time off for how important is it for you and the business? And this is something which, again, I would say me and Matt we're not very good at for a long time. It's something which I feel like I'm only just sort of adapting to slowly now. And again, I know Matt found a hobby. We both said for ages, that our hobby was to work. That's what we did. When we weren't working, we would work, if it makes sense. And that's great. Like I said, great for getting things done, but not really great for, I think, you as a person, and as well, I think for the business as well. The business needs sometimes some time away. I do apologise as well if the connection keeps dragging out or dropping out. Obviously, I'm at the mercy of the 4G gods right now. So, I mean, that's a sort of an important part to it as well, is you have to separate the business from the personal. And I would actually argue the answer to the question is, how important is it to take time away from the business? I'd say it's very important. Again, for me right now, I've recently rediscovered a very old passion I had for golf, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And for me, golf is now the escape. It's the one thing which I have to do, which requires so much concentration from my part that I don't think about work. It's the perfect, escape for me for thinking about work things. You know, over the weekend I went out with my dad. My dad is a very good golfer, and I was trying to learn, you know, things from him and improve my game. But, you know, and it was like peaceful. I wasn't worried, or I wasn't concerned about the business, or, you know, what we should be doing in terms of growth opportunities and other bits and pieces. I was just focusing on trying to hit a little white ball about 400 yards to a little tiny hole. And for me, that is something which I've since rediscovered, is it's important to have that breakaway. After I get off the golf course, I then feel sort of refreshed and rejuvenated, and then my mind can wander back to work. And it's amazing what can happen when your mind takes a step back from the normal work load or the work, you know, that you deal with. And I know Matt has found something very similar with his model planes, you know, with his remote control planes. You know, he can escape to a field, fly his planes around, and he has to focus so much of, you know, attention and effort on that his mind doesn't think about work. And I think that is very important. So for any aspiring entrepreneurs out there who, you know, have signed up to the whole Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, world of thought, where, you know, if you're not working on your business, you're wasting time, your competition's blah blah. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's great sound bites, totally. It's very motivational. But I don't know many, and I know there are a couple out there like Gary Vaynerchuk who can work. You know, they're so passionate about the business that that's the only thing that they want to do. They don't need the escape. And if that's you, then fair play to you. You are gonna, you know, succeed so much in what you do for that very reason. Me, on the other hand, I need that time away. I need that time to be able to regroup and realign sort of myself as well as that of the business as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Like I said, this is just something which is quite, like I said, it's quite new to me right now. You know, I was previously of the mindset that, you know, if I wasn't working on the business, I wasn't being as productive as I should be. And I think because of that, you know, I probably, like, as a person, I was not, you know, fulfilling myself to the best of my ability. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you have your own escape which enables you to, you know, focus more on your business, you know, better when you come back to it, rather than constantly being in it, you know, and you know, getting involved and everything else on a everyday level, on an every hour level? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you have that thing that you escape from, that, you know, that escape? That's basically what it is. Escape from work, even if you don't feel that you need. And welcome back. Sorry about that. Apparently the signal dropped significantly. But yeah, if you have your own escape where you just get away from the normal work process for a few hours, let me know what it is. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you. And with that said, I'll let you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Thank you so much. If you've been joining me on this car journey home, it's not the ideal time to be driving around Manchester, approaching 5 o'clock in the evening, but hopefully I'll get past the most of it before 5 o'clock hits. With that said, I'll be back with you tomorrow as always for another video. And like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I am genuinely interested. With that said, enjoy, like I said, the rest of your day, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode. Thank you for watching.